Okay. So today's topic in continuation with yesterday itself. Today's topic is moreover about infertility, causes of the infertility, and a few of the um, disorders, or you could say reasons for infertility and some other things. Yeah. Yesterday someone asked about licoria or white discharge. Okay, we will be seeing that today. Okay, in this topics we will cover that also. Okay, so now coming to first and foremost infertility. Okay, now what is infertility? Infertility is something wherein the couple is not able to conceive or get pregnant even after having unprotected sex for more than 9 months to 1 year. ओके, सो बेसिकली इनफर्टिलिटी का मतलब क्या है? इनफर्टिलिटी का मतलब ये है जहाँ पे एक जो कपल है वो 9 महीने से ज्यादा टाइम हो गया जहाँ पे वो अनप्रोटेक्टेड सेक्स कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी वो प्रेग्नेंट नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. Okay, now the infertility cause for the infertility could be the male partner or the female partner. In the male partner, it could be because of the sperm, that is the gametes, the male gametes, or because of some of the functional disorders, as in defect, or you could say some issue with the organs. Okay, again in the females, there could be some issue with the ovum gametes. Okay, the gametes, female gametes are called as the ovum. There could be some defect or some issue with the ovum. Apart from that, problems in the reproductive organs, that is, it could be in the uh, ovaries where the ovums are formed, there it could be some issues, or it could be issues in the fallopian tubes, that is where from the passage from where the gametes travel to the uterus, or it could be in the uterus itself, wherein it is difficult for the gametes, or the egg, after fusion or after union of the gametes, the egg which is called as zygote, implantation of this zygote in the endometrium or in the uterus, or you could say embedding itself, implanting itself into the uterus could be a issue, or the uterus could be weak, leading to it could be weak, or it could be a lot of hyperactive, wherein it is throwing out the zygote or the egg, or it could be not strong enough, or it could be not fertile enough to implant, or to let the implantation happen, or to protect the egg. Okay, so it could be a lot of things. Sometimes within before the first trimester, that is in the first 3 months itself, the conceived material can be can be passed or discharged through the uterus, which we call it as the abortion, or in the second trimester, where we call it as the when the organs have been formed. During that time, in the second trimester, we call, if at all there is uh, continuation of the pregnancy, then we call it as your miscarriage. And after birth, if at all the baby is not well enough, or there is some issue, then we call it as the full term stillbirth, as in the baby is dead. I mean, like, born at birth itself, the baby is dead. Okay, in this way we are looking. Now here this shows that the egg could be weak enough, wherein it is not able to implant, or grow in size, or there could be deficiency in the uterus, or there could be defect in the uterus, leading to no proper nourishment to the egg. Okay, in this way we have a lot of different things or different aspects which leads to uh, your infertility. Okay, now what are the causes in the males? In the males, the causes for the infertility, if at all we are going, this could be the primary cause or the secondary cause. Okay, यहाँ पे प्राइमरी कॉज हो सकता है या फिर सेकेंडरी कॉज हो सकता है. प्राइमरी कॉज एज इन जहाँ पे कहीं और इश्यूज नहीं है, देर इज नो मेजर इश्यूज इन एनी अदर पार्ट, बट ओनली the reproductive part or the reproductive system is affected. That itself we call it as the primary cause, primary symptom. Now there could be because of the secondary. Secondary could be the infertility or the difficulty in conceiving, maybe because of the some external, or you could say because of some other issue which is affecting this. It for example, in the in obesity or in the metabolic disorders like diabetes, blood pressures, or kidney related issues, or your statin, the medicine given for blood thinner in cholesterol, especially in cholesterol, when they are giving you statin, the major side effect of that is impotency or infertility. That's what we have seen. Okay, so in this way, it could be a primary cause or it could be a secondary cause. Now we have seen the secondary cause. Now coming to primary cause, again in primary cause, it could be because of defect in the organ. Okay, defect in the organ in the males. It could be where the testicles or the scrotum and all, where the uh, vast difference and all, all these are genetical part of the anatomy of the male reproductive system, wherein there could be some defect or there could be some issue with generation of, or generation of the sperms, or it could be in the testicles where it is infected, inflamed, swollen, or it is overheated in this way. And then last but not the least, the penis. Again here the muscles might not be that strong enough, or the erection or the staying of the erection, all these could be a bit difficult, or you could say there could be some issues. Now coming to again the sperm health, the sperm could be less in number, or weak, or unhealthy, or they are not that active. Okay, all these things. Apart from that, smoking, drinking, in terms of diet, when the person is consuming excess amount of amla lavarna katutikta kashaya rasa. Okay, when the amla lavarna katutikta kashaya tastes are consumed in excess quantity, then again these leads to uh, you could say these affect the sperm health, sperm count, sperm health. If the person is having excess heavy food, heavy to digest food, or the food which is not good enough or not healthy, all the junk food, fast food, all these food, if the person is having in excess quantity, again that will affect the sperm health. Apart from that, your what do you say, yeah, smoking, drinking, alcohol, and drug abuse, all these also help affect the sperm count. Now apart from that, staying awake in the night, sleeping in the daytime, sleeping soon after the meal, no activity, riding the bicycle a lot. Okay, bicycle or your bikes, a lot of that. Very commonly keeping your mobiles in the front pockets, even that affects your sperm health. Apart from that, what all activities? Yes, Apart from that, emotional, that is stress, tension, frustration, a lot of grief or insecurity or complex feeling, all these causes uh, male infertility or infertility in the male. um yes. Now coming to in females, of course, even the apart from the ahara, vihara and manasika, the same as the male. Ahara here, if the person, if the females are consuming madhura, amla lavana katutikta kashaya in excess quantity, and the food which is very heavy to digest, which is very slimy, which is very hot in potency, or which is very dry and rough, if at all the person is consuming these kind of food in excess, again, it is affecting the female. Then vihara, excess workouts, excess maithuna, that is excessive sex, then staying awake in the night, too much of workouts, too much of exercise, too much of yoga, too much of standing, too much of walking. um when this happens, then of course it causes a health issue. Again, emotions, stress and all, tension, stress, all these things. At the same time, age, here age, somewhere between 32 to 35, after 32 or 35, the fertility rate decreases. It doesn't mean that the women can't have a kid, or women can't be pregnant. It is not nothing as such. If at all you are healthy, you are following all everything properly, even at the age of 42 or 45, you can conceive or you can become pregnant. Okay. But the you could say the risk of having a difficult pregnancy could be more. Okay. Apart from that, smoking, drinking, drugs, overweight, and yes, one more thing, very commonly exposure to chemicals in the form of house cleaning agents, deodorants, or in the saloon, that is in the beauty parlors, hair treatment, skin treatment, you laser removal of the hair. In this way, there are a lot of things, even the food preservatives, food coloring agents, all these also causes a lot of issues in the females. One more very commonly found issue in which is cause for the infertility is using of sanitary pads. Okay, sanitary pads, usage of sanitary pads also nowadays is creating a lot of health hazards. Yeah. um Now, coming to some of the home remedies to work on infertility, here you have some of the things which you can see. I'm not going to go in these. Then some of the, because the lot of the food, when you are not having proper diet and proper food, then it is very common to find digestion issues. When digestion is affected, then obviously the tissues and the fertility is also disturbed, or it kind of it is messed up. So that is the reason improving of the digestion is very very important. At the same time, vata dosha, because it is helpful in fusing of the eggs and maintaining the pregnancy and delivering the baby. So having a proper vata or balanced vata is very very important. uh, yeah, and there is something called a Shodhana Chikitsa, that is Panchakarma. Okay, Panchakarma or detoxification. Now, very important, something called as, you could say, garbha samskara in samshodhana chikitsa, or in the cleansing treatment, or in the panchakarma. We have something called as garbha samskara. Garbha samskara is, if you see at the word garbha samskara, मतलब जब आप गर्भ संस्कार ये वर्ड को आप देखते हो, या फिर ये वर्ड को आप स्प्लिट करते हो, तो गर्भ इज बेबी, और progeny, and samskara is process or rituals. Okay, so here the word garbha samskara means the procedure or the rituals to be followed in order to obtain a healthy desired progeny. Okay, गर्भ संस्कार का मतलब क्या है, जहां पे आप यू नो स्पेसिफिक रिचुअल या फिर स्पेसिफिक संस्कार के द्वारा मन वांछित या फिर इच्छित इच्छित बेबी, इच्छित शिशु का धारण कर सकते हो. ओके, इच्छित शिशु का आप यू कुड से, या इच्छित शिशु शिशु से प्रेग्नेंट हो सकते हो. ओके, बेसिकली मतलब आपके बेबी के अंदर आपको कैसे क्वालिटीज चाहिए वो आप डिसाइड कर सकते हो. वैसे समथिंग गर्भ संस्कार में किया जाता है, फिर गर्भ संस्कार बोलते हैं हम लोग. Now यहाँ पे क्या होता है ना, what happens in गर्भ संस्कार. Okay, again गर्भ संस्कार is a very big science, or it is a very huge you could say department in Ayurveda. Now why is it so? We all know that if at all we have a healthy baby, healthy childhood, then obviously the baby will have a healthy childhood, and the life of the baby will be disease free. It will be healthy. Okay, it will be healthy, and not only in terms of physical health, but also mental health, the attitude, or the mm, the overall health of the baby in terms of physical, psychological, mental, emotional, spiritual, all these aspects. If you see, the baby conceived through garbha samskara is much more evolved and enhanced, and best of qualities when compared to the other pregnancies. Okay, now what is garbha samskara, or how this is happening, or what are the benefits, or you could say how this works. Okay, now when we talk about garbha samskara, here we counsel the parents, would be parents, right from the before conception. Okay, कंसीव करने से पहले, या आप बोल सकते हो आज के जमाने में, इफ यू सी, बहुत सारे इश्यूज आ रहे हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ इनफर्टिलिटी. भले ही माँ बाप में कोई कमियां नहीं है, मतलब आप उनके रिपोर्ट्स निकाल के देख लो, उनके सारे इश्यूज आप निकाल के अगर देख लो, तो कुछ इश्यूज नहीं है, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, फिर भी वो कंसीव नहीं कर पा रहे. क्यों? वो आपके पास आएंगे और बोलेंगे, मैम सर, हम लोग हमारा हेल्थ इशू कुछ नहीं है, हमारे सारे टेस्ट नॉर्मल है, हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा हेल्दी खा रहे हैं, वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं, योगा कर रहे हैं, हर चीज सही से कर रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी इसके बावजूद भी हम लोग कंसीव नहीं कर पा रहे. Very commonly we have a fertile window of around 5 days. So ovulation के टाइम पे ही हम लोग कर रहे हैं, ये टाइम पे हम लोग कर रहे हैं, there are a lot of things, but even then, so you have to understand that pregnancy is not only just a mechanical way wherein you just have sex and conceive. Okay, pregnancy is much more than that. Pregnancy is something wherein it's a journey. It has been beautifully said that pregnancy or giving birth to a child is like a rebirth. Okay, मतलब यहाँ पे एक औरत का पुनर्जन्म होता है, ऐसे भी बोला जाता है. ओके, लेकिन ऐसा क्यों है, या फिर ये ऐसे क्यों बताया जाता है? बिकॉज जब कंसीव करते हैं या फिर कंसीव करना भी एक एक यू कुड से इम्पोर्टेंट प्रोसीजर है या फिर इम्पोर्टेंट प्रोसेस है. ओके, नाउ द बॉडी शुड बी eligible, or the body should be acceptable, or it should be in that mode which is easily accepting. Okay, when we are talking in garbha samskara, we first and foremost do the counseling of the would be parent, counseling of the would be parent together and one on one. Okay, हम लोग पहले दोनों का काउंसलिंग करते हैं, फिर उसके बाद वन ऑन वन काउंसलिंग करते हैं. तो ये काउंसलिंग में हम लोग क्या क्या करते हैं, सबसे पहले तो उनका प्रकृति जानते हैं, हेरिडिटी, उनका केस हिस्ट्री लेते हैं, कोई हेल्थ इशू है तो वो देखते हैं, पीरियड्स, मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल हम लोग ये देखते हैं, फिर उनका डाइट, लाइफस्टाइल, हर चीज हम लोग नोट डाउन करते हैं. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी गिव अ लॉट ऑफ फोकस ऑन द प्रकृति ऑफ द पर्सन एंड द सेक्स लाइफ ऑफ द पर्सन. you know in sex life we see the satisfaction of the both the partners, whether both the partner are satisfied, whether how frequently they do it, whether they enjoy doing it, or both attend orgasms, that we see what is the ejaculation rate, or what is the erectile erection time span. All these are taken into consideration. We go in detail or in depth about this. Now after this we prepare, or we prepare them mentally for the upcoming event. Okay, and after this we tell them, or oh, sorry, we send them for body cleansing or detoxification. Now what is body cleansing or detoxification? Here we are giving them, or you could say we are under making them undergo body cleansing in the form of body virechana. Okay, virechana, nasya, basti, all these things in both the both the couple, I mean like both the partners. And apart from that, regular nasya, regular nasal drops, regular rasayana vajikarna drugs. Rasayana vajikarna are something which will be beneficial in order to rejuvenate and replenish the tissues. Okay, रसायन और वाजीकरण के जो हर्ब्स आते हैं या फिर जो दवाई फॉर्मुलेशंस आते हैं, उससे क्या होता है, जो टिश्यूज है वो तो सबसे पहले वो रिप्लेनिश होके वो रेजुविनेट होते हैं, उसके बाद उनको मेंटेन किया जाता है और उनको एनहांस किया जाता है. Okay, and at the same time we are also targeting, or we are also giving extra focus to the female reproductive system in terms of localized उत्तर बस्ती, localized अनुवासन बस्ती. मतलब उत्तर बस्ती में अनुवासन बस्ती हम लोग देते हैं, जहाँ पे जो यूट्रस है और जो ओवरीज है उन दोनों को हम लोग स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाते हैं. ओके, वी मेक देम स्ट्रॉन्ग, वी क्लेंस देम, वी टेक आउट द लोकल टॉक्सिन्स, एंड एट द सेम टाइम वी आर helping in making the muscles strong, so that in the upcoming they are prepared for the enlargement and retaining of the baby. And along with that, once after this, then after about say 2 to 3 months, 3 to 4 months, what we do is, during these times we are preparing them not only physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically and spiritually for the upcoming event. Because it is said that in garbha samskara, before conceiving, or if the parents have to prepare, it is like a तब उससे पहले you're preparing yourself, or you're praying so that the soul which enters or in the form of your child is a very pure soul. Okay, and it's like you're inviting some important guest to your place, so you are preparing your body, you're making your body good enough for them, something like that. Okay. तो यहाँ पे क्या हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, आयुर्वेद में ऐसे बोला जाता है कि गर्भ संस्कार या फिर जब आपका गर्भ धारण करना चाहते हो, तो इसका मतलब जो आत्मा या फिर जो आत्मा जो है वो आपके शरीर में धारण करेगा या फिर आपके शरीर में आके आश्रय लेगा, वो हमेशा एक उच्च आत्मा चाहिए, उच्च आत्मा आना चाहिए या फिर कुछ सही आत्मा आना चाहिए, ताकि वो आपके अपनी जिंदगी का जो भी चीज है वो अपने आप मतलब बहुत सही से करे। तो उसके जैसे हम लोग कोई साधु संत आते हैं, तो उनके आने के टाइम पे हम लोग कैसे घर को सजा के क्लीन करके सजा के उसको बहुत मतलब एकदम बहुत ऐसे एक त्योहार की तरह करते हैं। तो ठीक उसी तरह ही गर्भ धारण करने से पहले या फिर कंसीव करने से पहले आपको आपके बॉडी को वैसे करना है। दैट इज व्हाट गर्भ संस्कार में बोला जाता है। Now during this time, what diet should you follow, what lifestyle you should follow, what emotions you should follow, what you should think, what your thoughts should be, what you should chant, which mantra jap you should do, which you know meditation you have to do. All that has been mentioned in Garbha Samskara. Apart from that, one during the conception, during the conception, we look at the astrological chart of both the couple, and then we tally it with the astrological timing of the during the ovulation, and looking at a very good auspicious time, we ask them to go for physical intimacy. Now during even the physical intimacy, the what the what direction the room should be facing, what direction you have to sleep, what position your sex has to be, again after the sex, before the sex, what are the things you should follow, what nasal drops you should put in your nose, that all has been mentioned. Specifically, यहाँ तक भी mention किया गया है. It has mentioned in such a detail that what side of the bed the female should come to the bed, and what side the male should come on the bed. That also has been mentioned. At the same time, which fluid or which oil or which plant juice has to be instilled in which nostril to procure a female baby, and which in the right, if you put the specific XYZ, there are a certain list of herbs and oils given. So when you put that in the right nostril, then you end up having a male baby, and when you put it in the left nostril, you end up having as a female baby. Okay, in this way, Anirudh, we have Pumsavana Vidhi, Garbhadhana, Garbha Samskara, Simantini. There are a lot of samskaras in Shodasa Samskara. There are something called as Shodasa Samskara. In Shodasa Samskara, we have something called as Pumsavana Vidhi, Garbhadhana. Okay, a lot of things. Anyway, we are not going to do that in detailing. We are not going to do. Anyway. So in this way, we are there is mention of the specific oil, specific plant juice which has to be instilled in the nostril in order to acquire or attain that progeny. So it has been mentioned in Garbha Samskara that Garbha Samskara is a procedure wherein you undergo several procedures or several process rituals to attain healthy desired progeny. Healthy, of course the baby is healthy, desired, whether it is the girl baby or the boy baby, and progeny is the baby. Okay, that is why it has been so in depth or so beautifully mentioned. Okay, even when these all are have a sort of a scientific logic behind that. Now what is the scientific logic? Each month, okay, each month there is you could say from the right ovaries and the left ovaries, one egg are being taken out, or they are matured. Okay, so now during this time when you're putting these nostrils, then that side of the ovary is stimulated. One thing, one aspect. The second aspect, the same thing when you're doing it in the males, okay, in the males nasal drops. Again, that side, it is always seen that we all have Y chromosomes and X chromosomes. Okay, X chromosomes are which is, when you have that, then you end up having a female baby, and Y chromosomes, then you end up having a male baby. Okay, now when we are doing this right and left wala funda, a lot of Y chromosomes, based on the side, right side is Y and left side is the X. So these chromosomes, they're slightly increased. So there are chances of having that gender baby in more. Okay, so that is the scientific logic behind that. Now, as I was telling about the sex position and all, we have specific sex position which will help in deeper penetration of the penis, leading to instant or easy or ejaculation of the semen at, so that it reaches the uh, ovum at the earliest. Okay, so because again, the shelf life of ovum is 24 hours, and the shelf life of the sperm is 5 days. Okay, so in this way, because of this, the more quickly, and at the same time, the Y chromosomes have shorter lifespan when compared to X chromosomes. Okay, so anyway, I'm just going out of the topic now. So there are a lot of things here. Okay, so the scientific logic behind is just because of these things, Y chromosomes, X chromosomes, the nature and the health and stuff, all of those things. Anyway, coming back to, where was I? Mm, yes. Now, during this period, when we are doing all these things, apart from the conception, apart from the just the pregnancy, month wise, masanumasika. Okay, we have something called as masanumasika, that is month wise diet, lifestyle, emotions, thoughts, yogasanas, crystals to be worn, colored cloths to be worn. Then what kind of mantra to be heard, what kind of music to be heard. There are a lot of things. Garbha samskara is very, very vast and very in depth. It is a science in its own way, wherein if you see, there are a lot of, for example, during the garbha samskara or during the pregnancy, we have a lot of a specific mantra, especially the Ram Raksha Stotra. Okay, Ram Raksha Stotra should be heard or should be said. Even there is Tara Mata. Okay, Tara Mata mantra should also be told. This, and there is a specific ragas. Okay, specific ragas which should be heard in order to have a healthy baby. Now, all these have a lot of positive effect on the growth of the baby, leading to you could say strong pregnancy, or you could say strong baby. Okay, now in this way, a lot of things. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. It is, again, I could keep on speaking about that for 2 to 3 hours. Anyway, let's stop it here. So in this way, you have it. So even after the delivery, how to bring the child, everything has been mentioned in Garbha Samskara. So the same thing is very, very beneficial, and that can be seen. Now, this Garbha Samskara is not only advised for infertile couple, or the people who are couple who is facing problem in conceiving, but this has been advised, or this is a compulsion or a mandatory process for each and every would be parents. Okay, so that we have a healthy progeny. That is the simple thing. Now, coming to PCOD. Okay, before going to PCOD, I'm just going to show you the anatomy. Let's talk about anatomy of the female reproductive. Okay, now if you see, I think everybody can see the slide wherein a polycystic ovary has been mentioned. We are going to see next topic would be the PCOD, that is polycystic ovarian disease, or polycystic ovarian PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome, or disease or disorder. Okay, now if you see, First and foremost, this is the vagina, and then we have cervix, and then this is the uterus, okay, which is lined with endometrium lining. And this tube kind thing is the fallopian tube. Then you have a philia, that is finger like structures, and this is your ovaries, okay, a deflated balloon kind of thing. This is the ovaries. Harshada ji, can you please? Yeah, yeah. So this is your vagina, cervix, and then the uterus, and then this is the fallopian tube and the philia and the ovaries. Okay. So now this is the anatomy of the you could say anatomy of the uterus or the reproductive female reproductive system. Okay. Now, how does now this yeah, now these are the ovaries, okay. So now in these ovaries we have something called as follicles, okay. Now these follicles are something which have your ovum or the gametes. So we call these gametes are present in both right and left side. In this right and left side we have immature follicles, okay, immature follicles, wherein every month one side of the ovary or one side ovary will get stimulated, leading to one maturity of the follicles, okay. One follicle or the one egg will get fertilized, or you could say moreover it gets matured and then it comes out, okay. On an average we have somewhere between 400 to 450 eggs throughout our fertile period. And yeah, these 400 to 450 eggs are being divided into both the ovaries. So one in the one month, right side of the ovary releases the ovum and or the gamete, and in the next month the other side, okay. Now when this the egg is released, or you could say the gamete is released, what happens, this philia, okay, this finger like things, what they do is they suck that gamete, and then they travel, they will help in traveling, and then it goes and gets embedded in the uterus, okay, in this place. So sometimes whenever the sperm comes in this way from the vagina, and then what they do is they get fused with this, okay, either here or somewhere they get fused, and slowly and gradually it keeps on moving with you, we have something called as zygote, okay. There's a lot of blastocele, a lot of process wherein they are fusing, they are forming a egg and all, sperm and zygote, for sperm and um, your ovum gets they get together, fuse together and form a after union they form a zygote or the egg. And that egg can comes and embedded or implants itself in this uterus, and then the baby is formed, and it continues for 9 months, and then after that it expels out. Now what happens if sperm is not available, or if sperm is not there? If sperm does not come, then even then it follows the same thing, it gets embedded here. And when it doesn't have those specific sperm or those hormones to maintain the pregnancy, what it turns into debris or waste material, and then it is flushed out of the system in the form of monthly menstrual cycle, okay. Now this is how it happens. Now sometimes if the sperm is weak, or the egg is weak, or it doesn't implant, or it implants in the somewhere in not in a proper position, then also it comes out, okay. So that is the reason why we have to be very careful in terms of pregnancy or conceiving and stuff. Okay. Now coming to what is PCOD or PCOS. Now here what happens in this PCOD, now you can see there is something, if you can see this side of the ovary is looks blown up or swollen, and it has multiple bubbles. You can see a lot of bubbles in there. Okay, now this is called as polycystic ovarian syndrome or disease or disorder. Okay, now what happens here is, here sometimes because of the xyz reasons, in terms of improper diet, in terms of improper activities, improper emotions, or some other metabolic disorders, or some other hormonal disbalance, what happens is, rather than one follicle getting stimulated, multiple follicles are stimulated. So multiple follicles are stimulated, then what happens is, not even one egg gets matured. Okay, all the immature, multiple immature eggs are filled up with fluid. Okay, they end up getting filled with fluid, or um, they turn into water bubbles. Okay, the water could be slightly clear or it could be turbid. Sometimes this could be just localized, and it can go on its own. In this cycle you might find that, and in the next cycle there won't be any. These are sometimes, these cysts are self dissolving. Okay, but in some cases these are not, they continue and they end up bulging or blowing, or increasing the size of the ovaries, leading to a lot of multiple cysts. Okay, so this is called as PCOD or PCOS. Okay, clear? Now now according to ayurveda, when the vata is disturbed or vata is aggravated, vata jab दूषित ho jata hai, then what happens is, it disturbs the pitta. Okay, and in terms disturbs the kapha. Okay, so both pitta and kapha are disturbed, leading to functional stoppage or functional disturbance. Now when this happens, when these functions get disturbed, or kind of messed up, then there is obstruction or avarodha. Okay, there is obstruction leading to blockage. Now when this blockage happens, there is no follicular growth, or there is no release of the egg, leading to anartava or srotodushti. Okay, artava srotodushti, or anartava or artava dhamani avarodha. Okay, now it could be because of a lot of things, because of the diet, lifestyle, functional disturbance, metabolic disorders. Okay, all these things. Yeah. Yeah. Now, what are the common symptoms? First and foremost, the common symptoms are, it is because of the, there could be, painful menstruation, heavy bleeding, or it could be a lot of infertility issues, or weight gain, metabolic disorders, hormonal disorders. Um, then you have, sometimes it could lead to fibroids, wherein because too much of debris is getting accumulated, so it could turn into fibroids. At the same time, increased body weight. Then we have something called as hirsutism. Okay, hirsutism is, you could say, a group of syndromes which are similar to the male. Okay, in the females you can see male symptoms of facial hair, hairline thinning. The hairline starts thinning, you lose a lot of disorders, I mean, like, lot of hair on the face, on this body, and hoarseness of voice, and yes, these all things. Someone asked me fibroids. Nirveji, fibroids are very commonly found in the uterus. Okay, but that is uterine fibroids. Uterine fibroids or reproductive fibroids are very commonly found in the uterus. Okay, rather than any other part of the reproductive system, they are very commonly found in the uterus. Again, this could be because of the use of sanitary pads, or not proper cleaning, not proper menstruation, lot of things. Anyway, I'm not going to go that. Then apart from that, there's a lot of hormonal, okay, metabolic, leading to a lot of metabolic disorders. Now how you can rectify this? Of course, here are a list of things along with the yogasanas and all. Viruddha ahara vihara to be avoided. Okay, look at the ahara vihara of the person, the dosha involved. Look at their dhatu, mala, and agni, and all these things. Okay. Apart from that, what all things you can do? Panchakarma is the best. Okay, Virechana, Uttara Basti, and all are there. Shamana Aushadhis are there. Okay, internal medications are there. Apart from that, very commonly, what you can do is to or to take care of this. Soak overnight black raisins and saffron strands. Okay, saffron strand and black raisin to be soaked, and early morning you need to eat and drink that water. After along with that, you can also add anjeer or dried figs to them. That also is very very good in regulating or taking care of this PCOD. Apart from that, no sleeping in the daytime, no staying awake in the night. Along with that, your uh, yogurt, setting that or preparing curd with raisins in it. Okay, even that is very very beneficial, not only for your gut health but also for the PCOS. Okay. um yes, these are some of the things. Apart from that, the jeera kashai, that is cumin decoction, dhania kashai. Dhania is your coriander seeds. uh, and apart from that, fennel seed decoction, that is sofka kashai, aloe vera juice, again kumari asav. You get it in the asav arishta form also, kumari asav, in the name of kumari asav, ashoka arishta and all. Then ghee in hot water. Okay, garam pani mein ghee lena, garam doodh mein ghee lena, hot milk and ghee. Okay. काले किशमिश और केसर डाल, पानी में डाल के रात को सोक, मतलब पूरी रात छोड़ के सुबह के दिन, सुबह के टाइम पे वो खाना, और वो पानी पीना. अंजीर को भी आप ऐसे ही कर सकते हो. Yes, these are some of the important things. Apart from that, you already have a list of the things which you can do. Now coming to something called as Vajikarna. Now what is Vajikarna? Vajikarna is something wherein Vrisha Chikitsa. Vajikarna means as good as being like a horse. Okay, it is said that Vaji or the horse has a very high stamina or high performance status. Okay, so with administration of the medications, herbs and formulations, herbal formulations or rasaushadis, the performance of the man can be increased or can be improved and made him or make him perform as good as like a horse. That is what is called as Vajikarna. Again, Vajikarna is a part of rasayana, rasayana chikitsa, which is the rejuvenation therapy. Okay, so Vajikarna chikitsa is that. Now Vajikarna chikitsa is the person becomes healthy, complexion is good, the physique is good, the strength, the stamina, the immunity, the potency, the virility, the sexual stamina, all these are very very high or increased. Okay, now what apart from this, what it does is it takes care of the infertility, um, premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. Now what is infertility? We have already seen what is infertility. What is premature ejaculation? Now premature ejaculation is the release of the seminal fluid or the semen just before the just before the performance. Okay, so the moment the person is accelerated or the person is excited, instantly the person releases the or ejaculates the seminal fluid without the actual process. Okay, that is what is called as premature ejaculation. मतलब जो ejaculation होता है, फिर जो seminal fluid होता है, वो परफॉर्म करने से पहले ही वो उसको रिलीज कर देते हैं या फिर इजैकुलेट कर देते हैं, उसको हम लोग प्रीमैच्योर इजैकुलेशन बोलते हैं. Now, what is erectile dysfunction? Erectile dysfunction is a issue wherein the person cannot, the sperm, the penis is not hard enough, or not, the hardness of the penis is not for a long period of time, or it is not strong enough to perform. Okay, so usually the erection and ejaculation, erection is for a minimum of, on an average, for a minimum of 8 to 10 seconds. Okay, if it is less than 8 seconds or so, then we call it as premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. And sometimes some people can have a erection for about 1 minute, 5 minutes, and stuff like that. But on an average minimum, it should be somewhere between 8 to 10 seconds. Okay, so that the muscles are the penile muscles are strong enough, and they can penetrate and they can ejaculate, and that reaches the target, or that reaches the deeper, or it can penetrate deeper and ejaculate this seminal fluid, so that there is easy conception. Okay, now according to Charaka, he has said that there are important three main pillars for a healthy life, that is uh, ahara, nidra, brahmacharya. Now when we are talking brahmacharya, along with the good conduct, the sex life, or the happy sex and marital life has also been included. Now, Vajikarna Chikitsa again requires a proper or a strict following of the Ayurvedic principles. Only then you can, get those results, benefited by the results. Apart from that, you also have, a lot of, Panchakarma Shodhana Chikitsa and all have been involved in the Vajikarna Chikitsa. Along with that, staying in a specific, specific kuti, or a cottage wherein it enhances the potency that has been mentioned in Vajikarna Chikitsa, Kupi Pakva Rasayana, in Kupi Pakva Rasayana. Apart from that, specific garland, specific oil, massage, specific powder massage, specific fragrance, flowers, and all has been mentioned. Okay, now, who should not consume Vajikarna preparations? People who are below 17 and people who are above 70 should not be advised, given, because these people below 17, they are still in the anabolic. There is the tissues are still building. Then even their Vajikarna drugs are not advised. Above 70, where is the Vruddhavastha, where the Vata dosha is predominant, where catabolic or degenerative process is going on. Even in that case, Vajikarna Rasayana is not advised or not recommended. It is recommended only in the adult life, that is in the Yavana Avastha, where the Pitta is very predominant. During this period also, the person who is having is a Jitendriya Purusha. In that person, this is being given. What is Jitendriya Purusha? The person who is in control of all his senses and desires, and his Kayaka, Vachika, Manasika features are controlled. Only in that person it is being given. And the person who is not in control of his senses is called as Ajitendriya Purusha, which, if at all given in Ajitendriya Purusha, can be a harmful effect on the society. Now, how Vajikarna works? Now, Vajikarna is somewhere wherein it revitalizes, or you could say it repairs, replenishes, rejuvenates, and maintains the Sapta Dhatu. Now, we all know that Shukra Dhatu is the seventh tissue. So, if the seventh tissue or the last tissue should be healthy and nourished or properly nourished, then it is very, very important the rest of all the six dhatus are also properly nourished and potent enough. So in this way, the whole of the tissues gets nourished, and the person is having a very good physique and everything. It also helps in not only the body but also the physical, mental, emotional, and psychological, as well as spiritual health of the person as well. Okay, at the same time, the brain, the emotions are also properly enhanced or evolved. Okay, now some of the basic formulations have been given here. Okay, name of the rasayana, Vajikarna drugs we are using. But at the same time, if you observe, there is something called as specific anupana adjuvant. For example, in Vasanta Kusumarakara Rasa, the adjuvant is 100 to 250 ml of milk. Okay, this has been compulsory said. Milk, ghee, okay, specific honey water, or not honey water, but the sugar candy water, that is sharkara, is very, very beneficial, or it has been specifically mentioned in specific formulations, because that will enhance the potency of the drugs, medications. Okay. Now there are something single drugs, how to prepare them or how to consume them has been given. Okay. Now coming to blemishes, here blemishes is something wherein it is a discolored patch. Okay, discolored patch or hyperpigmented patch on the face, especially on the face, very commonly found under the eyes, on the cheeks, in the butterfly face shape, or on the nose, on the lips, or on the jaw lines, on the chin. Okay, or on the complete cheek. Okay, in this way you can find them. Okay, in some cases very rarely you will find it on the forehead also. Okay, now here this is because of the increased vata dosha, leading to disturb in pitta dosha and the rakta dhatu. Okay, when this happens, then this blemishes you can find. Okay, now what all you can do, you have a list of things being given here. Okay, um if you can see, now here what you can do, first and foremost thing, you can use sandalwood powder, red sandalwood powder, chandan powder, rakta chandan powder, manjishta powder, methi powder, then you can also use shatavari powder. Okay, shatavari powder, very, very beneficial. You can mix them with honey or milk or gulab jal, or that is your rose water. Either of all these you can mix and then apply it on the face. And you can also make use banana peels. Okay, you take banana peel, add a pinch of coffee powder, a pinch of turmeric, then add honey to it, and then scrub your face with that. Okay, very, very good. Then you have your guava leaves, that is amrut ke patte. Okay, take the juice out of it, add a pinch of haldi, that is turmeric, and a pinch of coffee powder to it, mix it, and then apply the paste on the blemishes. Very, very good. Apart from that, you can also use turmeric, honey, and a couple of lemon juice. Mix it and apply it on the face. Then you can use wheat flour, rice flour, and to this little bit of coffee powder and turmeric powder, and make a paste and apply it on the face. That is also very, very good. Also potatoes, aloo jo hai, in that juice you can add a bit of coffee powder, aloe vera gel, mix it and then apply it. Very, very good for blemishes. Apart from that, take turmeric, that is haldi, roast it, thoda sa usko bhoon lo, jab wo thoda sa kala pad jaye, in that add your honey or gulab jal, or your aloe vera gel, or milk. Okay, and then apply it on the face. Very, very beneficial. Then in the same way, with in the yogurt, that is dahi ke sath, turmeric, coffee powder, and aloe vera gel, mix it and apply it. Honey, aloe vera gel, turmeric powder, and coffee powder, make a mixture out of that and then apply it. Also very beneficial for the blemishes. Okay, then you have your green gram, that is moog flour, that is green gram flour, along with masoor dal flour, then rice flour. Mix it and then mix it with honey, and then apply it. Again, very, very beneficial. Then you have a lot of things here. Okay, there are a lot of list of things. Yes. Now coming to leukorrhea. Now here leukorrhea is white discharge from the vagina. Okay. Again, this white discharge from the vagina, on an average in the females, it is common. It is common to have slightly, during the ovulation period, that which is like roughly for 5 days, 13 to 18th or 19th day. So these 5 days you might have white discharge, or just before the onset of menstruation, or before the sex, all during all these things, white discharge is very common, but white discharge is not healthy if at all it is throughout the month. पूरे महीने में मतलब हर दिन continuously white discharge हो रहा है, then it is not good. If the white discharge is very sticky, curdy, बहुत ज्यादा चिकना है, बहुत ज्यादा और बहुत गाढ़ा है, दही की तरह है, then it is not good. If at all it is stinking, it is very has a different color other than white, if at all it is yellow or slightly brownish, it is not good. If there's a lot of itching, lot of reddishness or swelling and stuff like that, then again it is not good. Apart from that, you can see white discharge even in constipation, in anemia, in weakness, if at all you have bone related health issues, in arthritis also. Okay, now causes again viruddha ahara vihara, that is if at all you are taking excess intake of wrong viruddha food, okay, viruddha food, then it is also not good. Ahara vihara manasika, all viruddha, wherein your amla lavana katu rasa excess are there, then all these things happen. Okay, causes, yes, unhygiene, mental stress, suppression of the natural urges, repeated abortions, one of the things. Symptoms here, discharge, pain in back, leg, thighs, giddiness, weakness, loss of weight, burning, itching in the vaginal area, burning micturition, slightly bleeding, boils. Okay, all these things are symptoms of leukorrhea. In the leukorrhea, if at all they are not treated, then it leads to a lot of metabolic disorders, emaciation, okay, diabetes, anemia, indigestion, constipation, hormonal disbalance, vaginal atrophy, wherein it changes the shape of the vagina, leading to enlargement of the vagina, wherein in some cases there is prolapse of uterus. Okay, मतलब आपका जो गर्भाशय है वो वेजाइना के थ्रू बाहर निकल के आ जाता है, फिर गिर जाता है. Okay, again this is very commonly seen in multiple abortions or in prostitutes. Okay. Now again here, drink plenty of water in a day, fenugreek, lady's finger, mango seeds, walnuts. You can aloe vera is very very good. Local water, cleaning of the vagina with neem water, that is neem decoction water, or your haldi water or triphala water. Turmeric water, neem water is very good, cleaning of that. You can just put it in the bathtub and then set it with a pinch of with some salt in it. Okay, very very good. Apart from that, regular oiling of the vagina is very good. And apart from that, your jeera kashaya, aloe vera kashaya, or aloe vera juice is very good. Jeera, dhania, that is your cumin seeds, fenugreek seeds, coriander seeds, and fennel seeds, very very beneficial. Oils for vagina, based on the doshas, we advise, but very commonly ashwagandha bala ashwagandha bala taila. Okay, ashwagandha bala taila is very safe and very you could say safe or general, you can use it. But if at all there are some things wherein we need some additional oils. Okay, so this completes your topic. Okay, we have, okay, if any questions, maybe I'll take questions for 5 minutes or so. Fungal infection in thighs, try sitz bath with or washing the thigh areas or your genitals with turmeric water or neem water. Okay, but even if this is not helping, then please visit the doctor. Sanjit ji, yes.
Yes, good evening मैम. मैं पूछ रही थी, जैसे अभी आपने दिनचर्या में, ऋतुचर्या में और आज भी जैसे पीसीओएस पीसीओडी में आपने बताया कि डे स्लीपिंग इज नॉट गुड, बट देन व्हाट इज वार्म कोक्शी? जैसे बोलते हैं कि खाना खाने के बाद आफ्टर लंच हैव स्लीप ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड फॉर 20 minutes.
No, it is not recommended.
वामकोक्षी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है?
नहीं, according to Ayurveda नहीं है. Vamkokshi is not soon after having the food. You are not supposed to sleep. In the night after food, we are going to sleep. But again, before the sleeping time and the food, we have a time of 2 hours. But even after that, we are advising to sleep on the left side.
Because as I have heard to Rajiv Dixit जी, तो उन्होंने यही बोला था कि after lunch we can sleep because उस समय खाना खाने के बाद बीपी हाई होता है और after
According
dinner.
to Ayurveda, not recommended.
Okay.
Yes, Naina ji.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Actually, for this Garbha Sanskar, that book is which Charak Sanhita's book is available for that?
No. Garbha Sanskar specific book is not available as such. It has been mentioned in bits and pieces in different samhitas. To some extent, in your Kashyapa Samhita, it has been mentioned.
Kashyapa Samhita.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Monica ji. Yeah.
Hello, is this audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. I just want to ask कि periods का जो days है, like 1 or 2 days, is it okay?
1 or 2 days.
Like it lasts only for 2 days, like not 3rd day it's only spotting and rest.
Yeah, sometimes it is, if at all first and second day, if at all you have proper bleeding, then some people get periods for 3 days, some people get it for 5 days, and some get it for 7 days. Okay, it depends since how long you're having it, and at the same time even your age matters, and at the same time if at all any underlying issues are there, then you have to look into that.
Okay, and one more thing, ma'am. Just you explain na which nasal drop, which side you put nasal drops and it conceives to like female or male child. Is this explained in the study material which you will provide us?
No.
This is not.
We are not providing anything about Garbha Samskara. Then what we will not provide that also.
No,
but
you just explain these things. So these all provided in the study material.
No. These are all additional information.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Can we suggest a patient to have aloe vera juice while conceiving? Swapnali ji, yes, you can advise aloe vera juice, but you have to see the prakriti of the person, yeah, whether that is helpful to them or no. After periods, there is always rash in that area. How to avoid that? After periods, if there are rashes in the area, it is usually because of the sanitary pads, usage of sanitary pads. Okay, so the best advice here would be see that you're keeping it dry, or you're washing it with cold water or with neem water, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are done with the questions. On this, we will meet tomorrow. Yeah, thank you so much.